Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. You're going to hear this story, and you're probably going to have judgment, but I'm actually on the side of the parents on this one.
Oh, are you?
I am.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, I think you're an idiot.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm excited to hear this now.
Yeah, and honestly, I think you would think that it would be reversed. I think that you, because Steve being the frugal gentleman that he is, if he can get a deal, he'll get a deal.
Right.
And me being the curmudgeon that I am, you'd think I'd be like, you're a moron, but we are on opposite sides where you'd think the other person would be. A couple from Switzerland just had a baby girl, and they named their daughter after their internet service provider in order to get free Wi-Fi for 18 years. So they named their kid after the internet provider. The company is called Twi-Fi, and it's a Swiss-based internet provider. And they said, look, we will give you free internet for 18 years as long as you name your child after our service. So they even came up with the names. They go, look, if you got a boy, name him Twi-Fifus, or Twifus, I guess. Twifus, okay. Yeah, Twifus. And if it's a girl, Twifia.
Twifia.
Yeah.
I feel like Twifia is better than Twifus.
Yeah.
Because Twifus is like doofus.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. So that's that's what it is. Twifus and Twifia. And they decided, okay. They had a girl. But here's the rule, Steve. The rule is that you could also name the middle name of the child after the internet provider. So then it could be Tatum Twifia Miggs, and then you could
that's actually her name.
Yeah, you could have got free internet, and everybody just knows there's Tatum T.
No, hers is it's Tatum X-Fi.
Tatum X-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I thought her name would be Tatum really like Trappers or something, so you get free sushi. I feel like you'd do that.
See, okay, full disclosure, I was completely thinking we were at a different time slot on our show, and there's another story we have later on about a guy that goes on a crime spree with one of his kids, and I thought that's what you were talking about, so that's why I was like, yeah, I think you're an idiot, think that guy was okay to go on a crime spree with his kid.
Okay.
That... So I could act like as if I meant it, but no, I would do this too, man. For free anything.
All right.
If I had to go with a middle name, it'd be a tough sell to the wifeski.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously there's history and there's a story behind her middle name as a nod to someone in her family. So I'd have a tough conversation, but I feel
free
like
Wi-Fi for 18 years. Even that person and her family would understand, wouldn't they?
I mean, maybe free Indian food for 18 years.
Ooh.
So Tatum Karma Miggs.
And Karma's a good name.
Yeah,
I mean,
that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, Karma's actually a thing that some people, big believers in it.
And quick aside, Rev, I believe, just recently went to Karma Indian.
Oh, yeah. And oh, my God, is it so good.
Have you been to...
Thank you.
Have you been to the one downtown that we've gone to, and the Cedars? Have you ever been there, Rev? Because
in the district?
We went there like a decade ago.
So I'm trying. Does your memory remember? Because I think Cedars is one of the best Indian places I've been to. How would you rate, if you can remember, or is Karma
I can't remember. I'll be perfectly honest, but I straight up love Karma. Like Karma is our now go-to.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's worth the drive, right?
Yeah. There's only lately I think 2 solid Indian places in Pierce County that I know about, and Karma is hands down my favorite now.
Son of a gun. See, I always go to Saffron Grill because it's the guy that used to be at Cedars.
Yeah.
And
and I remember Cedars being very good, but I would never have left with the passion that I have for Karma.
So
I'm so happy.
Okay, I gotta go then.
It's worth dealing with Meridian traffic.
Yeah.
And that says a lot.
That does say
you come down, I'll take you, and I'll even treat you.
Right there, BJ.
Yeah, I know. It's once they open the places back up again. Unfortunately,
well, this offer goes until December 14th.
Oh, is that what it is? Perfect. I'll make you get curbside at this point. I'll make you get curbside. Then you got to have me at your house and eat it. Are you sure you want to make this deal?
Fine.
Yeah, you better extend it.
Backfired.
Yeah, you better extend that because I don't think your wife wants me eating Indian all over her new house.
Well, as long as she gets someone. How do you eat Indian? I mean, we just eat it at a table.
Get him a bib or something. I guess
We have an extra baby bib.
Yeah,
it's one of those silicone ones.
I'm a bit of a sloppy eater. I'm just, I want to give you guys forewarning. Is all I'm saying. All right, so you and I then agree on this.
Yeah, I thought of that. I'm trying to think. What would you name your what thing would you want for free for 18 years? I do think that would be awesome to get free Indian food for 18 years.
Oh, I would call my kids Zulu.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not. I mean, obviously,
I get all the board games forever. Yeah,
I mean, I'd like to name her student loans if I'm going to get something free for the next 18 years.
That would be a smart middle name,
right? Tatum student loans.
We'll be saving her a lot of grief. She will be so happy.
I'm talking about my wife's student loans.
See, but it would take care of both.
Yeah,
right.
See, don't think your kid's not going to go to college and cost you cash.
Yeah, but in 18 years, she still hasn't gone to college. So I got to enjoy the free student loans basically for my wife.
I'm with Danny. Get both.
Yeah.
Or send her to private school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's just go crazy.
Yeah.
Private school.
If they're covering it, why not?
And you know what, Steve? Buy everything that's made in gold, okay? Everything she wants, make sure it's covered in gold.
So I said, please don't name your daughter Karma. She's going to end up a stripper. Well, yeah, not naming her.
Coming to the main stage, it's Karma.
Well, if it's the middle name, you don't have to worry about it, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, some people might say if she ended up as a stripper, that would be karma for Steve calling her Karma. So that's
See that? All right, Danny, what do you put in the middle name for a kid in order to get something for free?
Oh, it would have to be probably Dion's, of course. Because I want Dion's for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but you're not even in New Mexico. It's wasted.
They could send it to me wherever I'm at.
Why would you
want the deal?
I don't think you can send. You can't send human waste in the mail.
Wow!
Whoa!
Wow!
I think that's
damn. Shots fired.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
See, I think you would go like some kind of fancy pants microbrewery or something like that.
Yeah, I'll get all the beer for free. That's actually not a bad idea. Best of Hands. We'll go with Best of Hands then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
is that one
Lily
word?
Best of Hands.
Lily Best of Hands.
I thought it was going to be Disney pins, Lily Disney pins, because he loves his Disney pins.
Well, your foster brother there, Vicky, you could change his middle name.
Yeah, I'm changing it to Alaska for Alaska Airlines. Free flights.
Wow,
that's a really good call.
I don't know you being much of a flyer, but if you had free flights, you'd go everywhere?
I've been to Europe, and I would love to go again, obviously, pre-COVID.
Well, I know you've been to Europe, but where else do you fly?
But I would love to. I mean, it's not like I can go to Europe every week.
Okay, but you would
if I had free flights, hell yeah, I'd be going more often.
Where's Vicky again on this Monday? Oh, she's still in
Europe.
Dude, it's funny because I have a buddy that he's in cahoots with somebody that he gets on standby, but he gets free plane tickets anywhere because he's part of a family kind of a plan or whatever.
Yeah, I know my buddy that has the same deal. Yeah.
Sheesh, man. Because for a while I'm like, dude, what kind of money are you making? Because he's traveling. He's I decided to get a hamburger in San Francisco, and he posts a picture of it. I'm like, you just went to San Francisco for a hamburger? He goes, yeah. I'm like, what are you doing to get this money? Are you a drug dealer or something? He goes, no, this is how I'm doing it. And it's I just stand by and I've got that kind of time and I can pull it off. And I'm like, that's amazing.
To have that kind of time to pull it off is what amazes me.
But before that, he was never traveling. Now he travels everywhere.
Yeah, it's great if you can have the time to do it. That irritates me because I have a buddy who does the same thing, and he tells me what he has to do, and sometimes I know what he has to do in order to, and I'm like, I don't have the patience for that.
The standby thing would just be too infuriating. But he says more often than not because they give you he has an app on his phone that gives you an idea of how many people are on standby, so he can play the odds.
All right, that's at least better.
It's not like old days where you just show up not knowing and it's all willy nilly.
Oh, that's nice.
See, I had a buddy kind of cheat the system. So he was a server. And so anytime anybody would pay with cash, he would take his credit card and pay for him and keep the cash. And at the end of his shift, he would go pay off his credit card. So he racked up like hundreds and hundreds of airplane miles. So he traveled all over the world. It's one of those things, like, it's not like technically illegal. It seems shady, but it's not. But I'm just like, that's brilliant. And I kind of wish I did that.
I've changed the kid's name. I'm going with a new middle name for baby Tatum.
What's that now?
Tatum Kraken Migs.
Really?
Plus,
Season tickets?
badass.
Oh, season tickets.
Yeah,
Right?
boy,
awesome.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, season tickets.
Season
are good.
tickets ain't cheap, man.
No, they ain't. All right, all right, so it's Tatum Kraken.
Tatum Kraken.
All right.
Hey,
Tatum
Steve,
K.
Actually, Steve,
TK.
can I co-opt your baby and just give her the middle name Xbox? I need a new Xbox.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
I
anyone
don't-
else want something for free?
Yeah, I don't have a baby right now.
Well, what about Carl? Carl could.
Well, I don't think
baby
they're
cat.
necessarily going to liken this for a cat.
Carl's too old now. Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's not a baby anymore.
So not PS5. You don't want the PS5. You want the Xbox.
He wants the Xbox.
Well,
Way to support the home team.
He's a PN dub boy.
yeah.
I'd say get both of them. If there's a way you have two cats.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, so one middle name Xbox, the other one PS5.
Yeah. Frank, PS5 and accounting.
They'll just think it's Elon Musk's kid with all the numbers. I mean, seriously, that's what Elon Musk is already. I mean, already named his kid half a bunch of letters and numbers. Why not?
Someone said I'm going to change my kid's name to Purple Yum Yum. Free weed forever. Well, for 18 years.
Yeah, but you do need that, though, for the first 18 years of that kid's life. It seems like that's actually the smartest thing to do. Well, there you go.
So I said Anheuser. Get the free beer.
Nothing wrong with that.
Could we get like creative? Like, could it be Silver Bullet if I wanted like some free Coors Light? Or do I have to go Coors Light?
Well, I think it's up to Coors, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that Twi-Fi had to come up with Twi-Fifas and Twi-Fia and, I mean, whatever. So I think we got to let the Coors folks come up. But I think Silver Bullet is definitely acceptable.
See, my thing would be I'd go down the food road. Because it could be like either Tatum, Karma, Hontos, Trappers, Migs.
That is a very long name. A very long name, but it does accomplish. It accomplishes a lot.
Larry says, Lakewood Larry goes, why don't you just name your kid Light Bulbs? Tatum Light Bulbs, Migs. Because I always complain about light bulbs being expensive.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, but, I think that your belly is more important.
True.
Yeah, it is.
Can't eat light bulbs.
No, you can't.
Well, you shouldn't.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Some people do.
We got a guy that took his 8-year-old on a multi-day crime spree. Oh, this is the one where you think if I
That's
agree.
what I thought. I was like, you thought this guy's a good parent?
Oh, well, now that I think about it, because at least you know what, he was mentoring him, right? He did tell authorities, though, it was a good reason. We're going to tell you that reason at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Guy in Florida was arrested for bringing his 8-year-old along on a multi-day burglary spree. He is a 36-year-old father. He's got lots of charges he's facing. So they're like, okay, dude, I mean, you did a lot of dumb things, but why would you bring your 8-year-old kid with you while you're being like burglar bonehead? Why? And he said, I'll tell you why. I was trying to tough him up. I don't want him to be soft. Now, I'll tell you, being as old as I am, that was a way to raise your child. I mean, I went through a lot of difficulty because I was considered a soft child. And the men in my life, which I did not have a good relationship with, were the ones that just wanted to toughen me up. And I was like, man, this is not how I don't like going through life like this, man.
I mean, tough love is one, but this is like a whole other level. I mean, it's gone from tough love to crime love.
He's a moron.
Yeah.
But the idea that you actually have to, put your child through some questionable, traumatic situations to make them tougher. I mean, adversity does help you grow. Mm-hmm. But there was that mindset that, this is the right thing to do. I'm teaching the kid how to live through life, especially if this guy feels like, look, kid, this is the only way you're going to be able to make it, is you're going to be toughened up and take what's yours and steal and whatever. And of course, the sheriff's like, yeah, that's not a positive role model. Nope. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of issues.
Wait, what did the sheriff had to put out a statement to tell people this is not a good way to do things?
Yeah, he says, taking a child out with you while committing felonies is not the proper way to create a positive influence. Sheriff said, I'm quite confident that there is not a child psychologist out there who would agree with this guy's idea of proper activity for a child.
How many kids have you raised, Sheriff?
Yeah. It's an interesting thing, though, because the idea, no doubt about it, what he did was stupid. But there are people that believe that you've got to put your kid through adverse conditions, and toughen them up, at least for boys. I mean, that's how it was when I grew up. Of course, it's changed, thank goodness, because I think that every child is different, and you just can't take a look at gender stereotypes and decide this is how every child should be raised based on gender stereotypes.
Yeah, I'm looking at this story, and it's like, so there was a car left running, it was idling, and so he's like, let's just get in the car and go, and so they steal a car. That's how it all starts.
Yeah.
And then at some point see that there's a package outside of somebody's home and decide just to take the package from the front porch. So they go from being car thieves to porch pirates. And then they could even overhear the dad going, it's mine now, talking about the package.
Yeah.
And shockingly, he has a past history of...
See, this is why...
crime.
I really try to have empathy in life towards adults because you don't know how it started for them. You know what I mean?
For all we know, this is what his dad taught him.
Yeah. I mean...
Not to say that this is anything that's right, but I mean, in order for him to be this stupid, I got to imagine his dad was stupid as well.
Yeah, and you can teach your kids a lot of stupid things. I mean, we have a lot of issues going on right now in our country.
Yeah, we've taught Tatum how to make fart sounds.
Okay,
Nice.
Perfect example. This is the problem we have in our country is there's just too many fart sounds, and Tatum's going to think this is just what you're supposed to do.
She also knows that if she sticks her tongue out, she'll go side to side going, ah.
Why would you teach her that? Nobody likes it when you do it.
Well, everyone likes it when she does it.
Well, she's a little baby,
Right.
but you don't have to teach her everything because she's going to think, oh, this is great. This is going to serve me for the rest of my life, and then she's going to end up being you.
Oh, dude, as soon as she does it, we start laughing, and you can just see this look of pride on her face. Like, yep, got mom and dad to laugh.
Yeah. Okay.
See,
Well,
Vicky thinks it's cute.
I do.
well,
It's not cute that I do it. It's cute that Tatum does
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Okay, the two of you are just insufferable. I mean,
Fine, I'll go take her on a crime spree. I'm clearly a bad parent.
Yep, way better.
Yeah, let me go steal some cars.
Toughen
DJ.
that kid up,
Be
Steve.
a porch pirate.
Come on. Get that kid toughened up.
She's not even a year old. She needs to get tougher.
She does, man. I mean, if she hasn't started robbing houses after a year, what is wrong with this kid?
I've failed.
You really have failed as a parent. You and Vicky both. Because Vicky could have done something. She could have come in and stole the child. And then, raised her the right way. The pirate way. So early this month, there was a patient in Italy who desperately needed a new kidney. And there was a match, but unfortunately, this match came from a hospital 300 miles away in Rome. So the police said, we got to get this kidney to you stat. And they were like, I think we have an answer. Turns out the police just so happened to have a Lamborghini that they actually use. This is
Wait, they have a Lamborghini cop car?
The police have a Lamborghini cop car that they specifically use for rushing organs around the country.
Dude, I'm looking at this cop car and it's amazing.
Polizia, right on the side.
I like the color scheme, and it's got the little sirens on the top of the Lamborghini.
So they pop the kidney in the trunk of this car, drove it 300 miles in 2 hours.
Dude, whoever's the person that gets to ride that cop car, he must be like I don't know, like that's got to be like the ultimate promotion. Like, dude, you're not our sheriff, but we're giving you the keys to the Lamborghini.
You got to be good, man, because it's normally a 5-hour drive, and they did it. That dude did it in 3 hours. Whoever drove that.
Imagine being a guy that's like speeding somewhere in Italy, and you're like, there's a cop behind you, like, this cop's not gonna be able to keep pace with me, and then all of a sudden pulling up next to you is a freaking police car that's a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
At that point, you're like, I'm screwed. There's no chance I'm gonna outrun this thing.
That's awesome. I feel like I don't know, maybe I don't know. Do we have the kind of stretch that you could take advantage of that? I mean, we have interstates. Why don't we have police Lamborghinis for the state patrol people?
I can't imagine that would be received well in the eyes of the public, that they're spending money on buying a police Lamborghini.
How many car chases are there that I wish we could just end it? And if we had a car that, as soon as you see it, Steve, right? If you're a bad guy and you are trying to outrun a vehicle and you see and you know that the police have Lamborghinis, I think all chases stop. You're never going to outrun. I mean, I think at that point you go, I'm just going to pull over. I'm never going to be able to race this guy.
But, I mean, I like the idea of using the Lamborghini to get to point A to point B very fast for like situations like this.
Yeah.
I wonder if you ever did like a ride-along. Like, okay, yeah, you get the ride-along, but you're in the Lamborghini. Yes, let's go.
That would be a soil-along for me. Seriously?
You wouldn't want to get in the Lamborghini?
300 miles an hour, that's too fast. That's I don't think I don't think I could take it. Even as a passenger, just sitting there going, "Oh my God, there'll be nothing left of us if we hit anything."
They didn't go 300 miles an hour, though, did they? They went 300 miles in 2 hours.
Oh, hold on a second.
I don't think cars can go.
I read that wrong. You're absolutely right. Oh, thank you for saying that. Because
I was I'm not getting in a car that goes 300 miles an hour either. But
okay. So it went.
That could fly.
It went 300 miles in 2 hours. I can't do the math on that because normally 60 miles an hour. So if you go 300 miles in 2 hours,
probably went faster than
150 miles an hour.
Sheesh.
That makes sense. If they went 2 hours 300, it went 150 miles an hour. That's still fast.
And I said I didn't think that there was a car that could go 300 miles an hour, and it found out that in October there is a Tuatara is a car that went 331 miles an hour.
Okay.
So
no, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I don't want to do that. I don't even know if I want to do 150.
My car makes a weird sound whenever I hit 85 miles per hour. And I'm like, breaking the law.
I know, imagine that.
She's falling apart.
No, it's like an alarm that just tells you you're going faster than 85.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Imagine that, though, man, because you know how fast 85 is? Double that, pretty much. That's how fast that land... Oh, I don't know, man.
What's the fastest you ever gone?
Me? Yeah. 90.
90?
Yeah.
I've done 110. I think that was the fastest. It was not intentional. I wasn't like, let me see how fast I could go. But I had a rental car, and the car that I was driving, if you went 80 miles per hour, it felt like the car was shaking at that time. But they gave me like one of those, was it Infinity FX45s or something like that?
Oh, they gave you a car that knows how to drive.
And I'm just driving. You base it on feel. If you drive a car long enough, you kind of know what speed you're going based on how it feels in the car. So I'm just driving, and I'm like, wow, everyone's driving really slow on the freeway. And then I look down, I'm like, holy crap, I'm going 110 miles an hour.
Damn.
And I didn't even know. I was just like, that was cool.
That's when you know you got a good car.
Yeah.
Damn. I kind of beat you.
What'd you do?
120.
How'd you do that?
And what were you driving?
It was an SUV.
Okay.
So it was a year ago when I went to Georgia with my cousin. They were moving their military, so they were moving their entire family. And I was in an SUV with little girls who would not shut the hell up and kept replaying the same movie over and over again. And I love these kids. But after 7 hours, your foot kind of hits the gas a little hard.
You went 120?
Yeah. Like my cousin and I made a rule. We try not to go over 100 because you're just going straight. You're driving 9 hours a day. And once I hit 120, I'm like, okay, nope, I need to slow it down. But 100 was usually an okay spot.
And you didn't even feel it?
Mm-mm. I didn't feel
it. In an SUV?
Yeah, I did not feel it.
Whoa.
It was actually pretty easy.
So you said I did 165 miles per hour. Gotta love Ducatis.
Yeah, well, there you go. You could deliver kidneys, my friend.
And then person 120 on I-5 when I did a ride-along with my uncle.
Oh, so that's in the police car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, if you were in a ride-along and then there was a police chase, that had to be the best night ever.
Whoa, yeah.
All right, Danny, how fast have you gone?
I think it was around 110 when I was going to California from New Mexico, going to Disneyland one time. Yeah. And I wanted to get there so quick. No, and it was one of those things where you go up a hill and then you're coming down the hill, and I just wasn't paying attention. And, you're just coasting at that point. And all of a sudden, and I got a $500 ticket.
Oh, so you got pulled over.
Oh, yeah. That's the only way I knew how fast I was going, because the cop had his radar on me, and I thought I was going like 90, and he's like, "Nah, dude, you're going like one. I think it was 107, 110."
Damn, that's yeah, I'm lame.
Adam says he went to 155 on his Harley.
That seems extra dangerous.
That seems so scary. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, we don't need you to deliver kidneys on that Harley, sir.
My cousin had a crotch rock at one time, and we were just down by the beach, and he just revved it up because I was on the back. He's like, "Let me show you my new bike," and I screamed like a girl, and I was like, "I'm never getting on one of these again."
Yeah.
The one texter says 105 miles per hour on my mom's Toyota on a 25 mile per hour farm road in Enumclaw. Oh, to be dumb again.
Wait. How much you get? What?
105 miles per hour in a Toyota on a 25 mile per hour farm road.
A farm road, which is dirt. I would imagine. I'm assuming that's
generally those.
If you're going to tell me it's a farm road, it's got to be a dirt road. What if it's not? That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know, or at least that's the speed limit though. There,
25 mile an hour, and he's going 100 on that road.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're a tractor away in the middle of the road from just goodbye.
Someone once stole their pop's Corvette, took it to 170 miles per hour.
Okay.
So I went 140 when I was 16 in my mom's BMW.
Yeah, I'm lame compared to you guys. Did Rev tell us how fast he went?
No, I wasn't driving.
Okay, are you as lame as me?
No, it was about 110, 120.
Damn.
The craziest part was it was a road trip to Vegas, and a whole bunch of things had gotten. It's a long, convoluted story, but essentially, we ended up renting a car. We were in nowhere, Nevada. Like, it was just a straight shot from basically like Reno to Vegas. And I woke up to us going between like 110 and 120. I looked over at my buddy and I was like, whoa, we are going fast. And he's like, dude, it's straight, it's flat, and there's nothing here. Nobody cares. We're getting there. And I was like, all right, sweet, cool.
Okay. Wow. I'm always afraid of like animals walking out in the road.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think if I'm going 60, it'll be better, but for some reason.
Either way, like, that damn animal's screwed.
Yeah. And I'm probably screwed too if I slam into something at 60 miles an hour, but still. Feels like at 120 miles an hour, I'm really screwed.
So I went to 137 miles per hour on northbound I-5 between Arlington and Stanwood, and I blew the head gasket.
Oh, man.
That's when you know your car doesn't.
Oh, I might have a winner. 207 miles per hour on my buddy's Mustang.
Damn. Whoa. Okay.
So I said, Danny screamed like a girl. No big surprise there.
That's actually true, yeah.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What is the number for the main mobile Army surgical hospital in MASH?
That's a number? 69.
No.
911?
No.
867-5309.
No.
Sorry, buddy, it's the 4077. I totally forgot. I would have forgotten today, too, as a matter of fact.
And my buddy J Mac, he was like, so what does that even mean? I'm like, I don't know. I never watched that stupid show because he heard that.
Whoa!
I was like, I have no idea either.
It's got to be a unit number, right? The company number, unit, company number. I mean, I watched that show.
Look at you two acting like you're about to shame us, and you don't even know what it is.
No, we don't. Yeah,
no, I'm mad at you for calling it a stupid show.
Well, it was.
Yeah, and I didn't say anything about shaming you. You don't put me in Rev's camp. But
fine.
And calling it a stupid show, that's pretty bad. I mean, it was considered one of the best shows
it's the
ever.
unit number.
Overrated.
You've never even watched this.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
It's no Neighborhood.
Well, I'm not going to put that show down just because you don't like the other show. You're not going to get me in that war, buddy. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.